Hello, Dijon here. In the video game portion of episode 141 of the Mustardcast, we go over what games we've been playing lately, review Marvel Rivals Season 6 and Deadpool, and discuss the Resident Evil Showcase and Xbox's 2026 Developer Direct, which featured deep dives into Forza Horizon 6, Beast of Reincarnation, Kiln, and Fable. Please enjoy. Moving on to video games. What have you guys been playing lately?
I attempted to play Minecraft and I died twice and I cut the game off. So
That's so real though.
I wanted to play it to relax, and then I was like, wow, they really changed the graphics. Like I got shaders on and I didn't even download anything. There's like new animals, everything's cool, and then the monsters came and it seems like they're much harder than ever. So yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I got jumped expeditiously.
I'm sure there's a no monster mod somewhere. F is not
There
already
is,
built into the
but
game.
I
You
wanted
can turn
to
on
play.
peaceful mode, but
Yeah,
it's boring.
it is boring.
Is there not like difficulty settings?
That
There
is
is.
one of them.
But this
There's-
was on normal. That's the thing. But it was feeling like it was
really?
hard. They were dropping monsters in front of me. Like
Damn,
I know
son,
that
I guess
sounds
you're
crazy
just ass.
for maybe. I don't know. They were spawning
My
directly
goat
in
is
front of me in
washed.
hordes.
You just ain't got it no more, cuz you're getting old.
Oh
We're
my
all
gosh.
For me, I've been playing a lot of Mother 3 lately. Trying to finish up my replay from last year that I started last January. So it's literally been a year, but I'm on chapter 7 and that's been fun. I forgot how hard this video game was.
Me with Persona.
It's like of the Mother trilogy, like Earthbound Beginnings. I don't even like calling it that, but that's what people know it as. So Earthbound Beginnings, Earthbound, and Mother 3. Like definitely Earthbound Beginnings is the hardest, but Mother 3 I think comes second. People say that Earthbound is super obtuse, and it is, but Mother 3 like has just like pure raw difficulty in the turn-based combat. It's like I forgot old RPGs were like this, and it's kind of crazy. That's not to say I dislike it. It's just like it's been a learning curve. I've had to grind. I hate doing that, but it's necessary. And then I have started a new roguelike that has taken over my life. It's a pachinko style roguelike called Nubby's Number Factory, and it's like styled after old like PC edutainment games. And it's a very strange game. But I like it a lot. And I haven't been playing it as heavily as I did Bellatra when I first started, but it's starting to get up there. It's another.
I started this. Actually, no. I'm gonna save this for when it gets to me.
Okay, that's all I have. So
I started this Bellatra run last Sunday that I need to finish, where I think I'm gonna finally beat a run. Because I was like, I was on fire, and I was like, I just got to keep this up. I started it like just before I went to go hang out with Bree and some other friends for one of our friends' birthday, and I was just like, I gotta boot that back up. But been getting back into Prime 4 now that I finished Ghost of the Yote, and I did some backtracking after unlocking a new ability I got from beating a boss, so that's fun. I started playing Hades 2 as well, and then I finished Yote, and I had a really fun run that was very dynamic, very interesting, using the Umbral Flames. That felt good, then bad, and then good again. It turned around once again after I got to Tartarus. So it started strong, with me finally understanding the patterns for the Vow of Rivals enhanced Hecate, which is when she stops holding back. It's crazy. But the enhanced Cerberus from the Vow of Rivals gave me a run for my money because it restricts you in certain ways that was annoying. But I had the Selene ability where after a few seconds a beam of light strikes the ground, and I upgraded the shit out of it. And it hard carried me through beating Chronos. It demolished Chronos because there's an upgrade where you like increase the size of the like impact radius by 20%, and I just kept doing that till it was gigantic, and Chronos he just couldn't dodge it, so he just kept getting hit by it, and then I fucked him up.
That's beautiful. I love that. Those are my favorite kinds of Hades runs, where it's like just something so asinine but broken all at once.
Yeah. Do you make?
I miss Athena every day and her reflection boons.
Do you make different decks for the Arcana cards?
No, actually, I didn't even think about doing that. That's
You know
pretty
what?
smart.
You know
I
what?
just have
Do you use the
mhm.
what is it? The Hecate one that like you regenerate magic?
Yes, because mostly because I rely really heavily on
Mm.
the Selene thingy things a lot, and I don't use magic enough consciously to actually activate them.
Yeah, I stopped using that card so that I would have space to use other cards, and it's been a good time. I'd be running out of magic
Ooh,
sometimes,
okay.
but it'd be a good.
Noted,
And then
noted.
of course, whenever I get a boon that says regenerate magic, I click on it immediately because.
Of course.
But yeah, and you can do it without it. Like I'm now. I think I have multiple decks that I switch between. There's like 3 decks I switch between. The first deck I made, which was the one that got me through the entirety of early access, I stopped using that deck. I don't even use that deck anymore.
Ooh.
And I got the cards that are in like the bottom left corner that allow you
Mm.
to re-roll, and I use those a lot. I'm always re-rolling because I'm at the point to where this happens when you play a game in early access. I like there is nothing like I don't need bones or ash. um
Right.
or Psyche. So I'm always re-rolling those doors if it's one of those to get something else because I don't need those.
Makes sense.
And I'm like maxing out like my connections with various different gods now, and I'm like I'm just like I've been playing this game a lot, so I played it a lot in early access. So like I'm a lot further along than most people who started playing this game, when it came out. So it's like now I'm just fighting. I'm just here.
Mm. You're
I'm just
right.
here to win and see where the story goes. I've been hearing people that are disappointed in the ending. Got me scared.
Hmm.
But something me and Bree can talk about, and you need to start talking about too,
Oh,
because you need to start playing it, is Marvel Rivals.
Mhm. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yes.
It's a new year. I have no more excuses.
all right. So, bridging the gap between uh, games I'm playing and trailers and news is Marvel Rivals. Season 6 is here and comes with a brand new character, Deadpool, which is a great character to start the year off with. And
Hmm.
this is like it's been a little bit over a year since the game came out. Uh, Deadpool is a duelist slash DPS, a vanguard slash tank, and a strategist slash support. So he's everything. There is a version of him at every role, but there can only be one Deadpool per team in quick play and competitive.
Mm.
His kit is deceptively complicated, but he's much easier to play than he looks. He has twin pistols, of course, for range, dual katanas for melee, both of which can also heal if you play as strategist Deadpool. As DPS Deadpool and strategist Deadpool, he can grab his character icon and throw it like a boomerang to do
That's
damage.
hilarious.
And of course, it heals if you're a strategist. And Tank Pool replaces that move with a unicorn that generates a bubble shield. He also has the double jump that can be used to jump off of enemies' heads like Mario, and he will yell Wahoo. Uh,
Oh my goodness.
he has a katana slash dash that can be repeated several times and functions very similarly to Sonic's spin dash if it lands. And he has an AoE that heals if you're a strategist, reduces damage if you're a tank or DPS, and makes his pistols shoot faster as a tank as well. And if you ult while using his gun specifically, it will cause whoever you target to take damage if they miss you. And if you ult with the swords, you get stat buffs. And if you perform a specific combo, all of those buffs get boosted even further. To the point to where you can survive a Punisher ult with that, which is cool. And lastly, he has an XP and upgrade system where he gets XP as he gets kills, and then he opens a book and can upgrade his individual abilities. Like I said, sounds complicated, but in practice, it's actually pretty easy to use. Also, if you kill someone, you can take a selfie with them, their dead bodies,
That's
and when you
hilarious.
Oh my god.
and as he does it, he's invulnerable. Um, yeah, he's a character with a low skill floor. Like you can easily just pick him up and play him, and it's fun. But if you really want to get good with him, there's a high skill ceiling for you to learn
Mm.
all of his abilities and master them. I'm partial to tank pool, but I've been warming up to strat pool. Um,
Mm.
DPS DPS pool is also fun, but not as much as the others to me. Because I like tank Deadpool because he has a shield, and also when you use that enhance ability, he just shoots his guns insanely fast, and it's really good. Uh, but yeah, Deadpool is a good time. I know you haven't had the chance to play as him yet, Bree.
I don't want to play
You
as him.
should.
No.
Why not?
You already taught me Gambit, and I'm happy the way it is.
No, you need to learn more characters. You need a tank.
No!
You need a
I
tank.
like playing Gambit.
I like playing my 2 and that's it.
You
I
can't
get
just
it.
play one
Exactly.
character. That's not how this game works. You gotta be
That.
flexible. If you just play one character and then they have a counter and then you don't switch, we'll just lose.
Oh my goodness. I play a few, just not the ones you want.
But moving on to trailers and news, there was a Resident Evil showcase, and it was alright. It was nice to see way more Leon gameplay and how they are evolving his gameplay from 4 with a bit of the over the top style of 6. But overall, the showcase itself didn't do much for me. I'm still very excited, but not that much more so after watching this. Did you guys manage to check out the shortened version that I sent?
I did.
Yes.
And I think I'm in the same boat as you, where it's like, yes, I am excited that this game is coming out. But you know,
And also because you know what they cut out of that? A whole section that was just basically ads for Porsche and this luxury watch, both of which like are in the game. Like Grace has a watch, Leon has a watch, and Leon is driving a Porsche. And I'm like,
Oh.
fascinating.
I better be able to drive that Porsche in the game. Otherwise, why is it here?
Right.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's that was like damn near half the showcase. I was like, get the shit out of here. But
I will say I came across my own gameplay on Instagram that I ended up sending you
Yeah.
because like I didn't expect the combat to be like that. So that's got me pretty
the
hyped.
combat looks real good for Leon. So some of the cool things I noticed. There's more contextual melee, meaning that rather than doing the same 3 or 4 melee attacks like you do in 4, like you knock someone down to their knees, you do a kick. You could suplex zombies in 4 as well, and there's maybe like one other. In this one, there are a bunch of contextual melee attacks depending on where you are.
Heat actions.
Yeah, like
Ooh,
if you're near a wall, you could like squish their head against the wall. There's one where he like kicked someone's back and flattened them against the wall and then hit them in the head with his hatchet. And I was like, yeah, just a bunch of like contextual and environmental attacks that makes positioning very important, which is going to be really fun in terms of taking down zombies. We also learn more about Leon's hatchet that they teased in the last trailer before the showcase, and it does function very similarly to the knives in 4, which were used to parry enemy attacks. But instead of it being breakable and you needing to repair it, it seems like instead you have to keep it sharp. Like at one point it says sharpen. He pulls like a whetstone and starts to sharpen it, and that like recharges its like health bar. So it seems like rather than breaking, it'll just get dull and either do less damage or just be you just can't use it like you know when a knife breaks in the last game. So that's interesting. And you also can pick up enemies' weapons. They specifically say you can pick up enemy weapons. They don't just say the chainsaw like we saw in the last trailer and in this gameplay. So presumably there will be other weapons you can also pick up, which I'm excited to see what those are. And lastly, in terms of Leon and kind of going into Grace, they both have a powerful revolver that's called Requiem, like the name of the game, and it is very powerful. The 2 times we saw it shot with both Leon and Grace, and especially with Grace, it just decimated zombies. It was crazy. Speaking of Grace, they call out that her segments are more like Resident Evil 2 and 7, with less kind of heart-pounding action, instead more strategy in determining when to fight and when to run to conserve ammo, like in the older games. We also see that you'll be using a syringe to collect blood and turn it into a weapon that explodes zombies upon injecting them. You guys watch Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember the end of that movie? Oh, well, never mind. Well, this is a spoiler. There's a weapon he gets that like blows vampires up. It's like they figure out
vampires.
one of the characters like essentially figures out a cure to vampirism. and it just blows vampires up. And this is like that. Um, on a press site, it is said that this hemolytic injector destroys infected blood cells and prevents corpses from mutating, implying the return of Crimson Hits from Resident Evil 1 remake from the GameCube, where in that zombies that you killed could come back to life stronger. And it seems like that may be a thing in this game, and this injector is a way to prevent that. In the same way, I think in Resident Evil 1, I think you played Evil Within, right, Bree?
Yes.
You have to set them on fire, like in Evil Within, in Resident Evil 1.
Okay. I was thinking, I was like, this is giving Evil Within vibes.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks good. And also, there was a actual, I have to find it, I saw it on Reddit, but apparently Leon was actually teased in the title, where like if you turn it upside down, it briefly flashes and says Leon.
Wow.
Within the like text, and I was like, oh, they were teasing it from the beginning. But I mean, it looks good. I'm excited. Also, we know, like they've showed it several times, we're going back to Raccoon City. We've yet to actually see Raccoon City, so they're holding a lot of stuff close to their chests. And apparently, they're not releasing a demo, which sucks. But I'm playing. I'm gonna pre-order this, so it's like I'm gonna get this game. So to me, it doesn't matter. But
wait, what is it for?
everything.
Is it like, okay? I thought
Even
it was
Switch.
Like
It's on Switch too.
exclusive.
It's also on Switch too. It's literally on everything.
Fascinating.
Excellent.
So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. We're recording this a week before the Xbox Developer Direct. But we will be talking about that, this episode. In fact, we'll talk about it right now.
Oh.
But they started with Forza Horizon 6. And they're going to Japan in this game. The last one was Mexico. I think the one before that was Australia. But they're finally going to Japan, which is a very highly requested country from fans of the series. But other than that,
makes sense.
It just looks like, a racing game to me. And, a cool racing game, but a racing game nonetheless. And those games just haven't interested me since I was a kid.
It's just like the graphics look fine, I guess, but it's like it's very boring.
Yeah, just not much for me. If it was like other stuff you can do outside of racing, it'd be cool. Like I low-key want a Fast and Furious game where you race, but also you do all the action stuff that you also have in those movies. I feel like that would be really fun.
That would go crazy.
If I was still subscribing to Game Pass, I'd probably just check it out on Game Pass, but that's no longer an option for me, so I'm probably just never going to play this. Though it will be, I don't think it's going to be on PlayStation day one, but it will be on PlayStation eventually.
As all things do.
Yeah, and it releases May 19th.
That's pretty soon. But I guess a game like this doesn't take long to develop.
Yeah, these games always do well. People like them. People like their racing games, their sports games. They sell very well every year.
Yeah.
Okay, next, we got a much more exciting game for us. Beast of Reincarnation, which is a game from Game Freak. The devs behind the Pokemon games. And this has been in development for 6 years now. And yeah, it's looking good.
It does look really good.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the information I go over from the Xbox Wire blog. So a quick description of the story. The protagonist of this story, Emma and Ku, meet in a land to the east. Emma was born afflicted by blight, which has granted her the power to manipulate plants. Void of both memory and emotion, Emma is shunned and feared by those around her, living a life of total isolation. Ku, on the other hand, is what's known as a malefict, a creature that poses a dire threat to this world. Emma bears the burden of a sealer, a role that requires her to hunt these malefics and absorb their blight into her own body. Though their existence should be fundamentally incompatible, the wheels of fate begin to turn when Emma and Ku cross paths. Eventually, their journey takes them to the far west, where they must confront the Beast of Reincarnation, the source of all blight in this world. The influence of the blight can cause the environment to shift abruptly, transforming the landscape into a dense, overgrown forest. These blighted forests are generated by the giant malefics known as Nushi. Emma and Ku must fight their way through these forests and their malefacts to take down the Nushi. To ultimately defeat the beast of reincarnation, Emma and Ku have to absorb the Nushi's immense power and acquire their respective skills. It looks very interesting, and
It does.
yeah, I think art direction wise, it's very basic, but the combat is what really interests me.
Mhm.
The combat is described as two styles, or blending two styles. The protagonist Emma fights using fast paced katana action, while Ku supports her with powerful skills triggered via a command based system similar to a turn based RPG. In this game, you don't have to rely on raw action skills alone to survive. By performing a parry against enemy attacks with Emma, oh, I'm sorry, I missed a period. That was a very,
No
very random
worries.
sentence there. In this game, you don't have to rely on raw action skills alone to survive. By performing a parry against enemy attacks with Emma, you earn points that can be used to unleash Ku's abilities. You can open Ku's command menu at any time, and Ku possesses a wide range of skills designed to handle a variety of combat situations. Whenever you're in a pinch, Ku is always there for you. While you are selecting Ku's skills from the menu, combat slows down. This gives you breathing room to assess the battlefield and strategize your comeback. Much like the combat from Final Fantasy VII Remake that I love so much.
It
The
also
ATP system. I love the slowing down time as you go through your abilities to kind of like simulate turn based combat in the middle of live action combat, real time combat.
Yeah. It also kind of reminded me of how Okami's combat works, where it's like that real-time action, but then like there's some other sub action that you can do that slows down time, and it's like it's less that that functions the same way, because like Okami's combat is like way more simple compared to this, but it's just like it feels like it would play the same to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially
Yeah.
since one of the playable characters is
That's
a
a dog.
wolf. Yeah.
Wolf, yeah.
But yeah, it's set to release sometime this summer. But yeah,
Might be fine, but
any other
I can't
thoughts?
lie. Yeah, I don't know. This is on my radar, low key, I fear.
Yeah, it does look very interesting, and I'm
It's nice.
excited to see
Mm,
Game Freak, just making games outside of Pokemon and being able
for
to
sure.
have time but to make games like make a game
Outside
like
of
this, because
Pokemon.
with Pokemon they could do more. They just never are giving the time to, because they have to release a game like every 2 years, which sucks.
Right.
Hopefully the next one is
Yeah.
good, because I finally have a Nintendo console and I don't want to play the last two because I've heard not so great things about those. Whenever I get around to playing a Pokemon, it's either going to be the new one, assuming it's good, or one of the older ones, because I just want to replay one of the older ones.
Real.
But yeah, I'm happy to see Game Freak being
Branch
given
out.
time to make something
Yeah,
instead of
for
having to
sure.
rush it out almost.
Right.
But yeah, next we have Kiln, developed by Double Fine, the devs behind Psychonauts, and most recently Keeper. Uh, it is a pottery party brawler. This idea came about during one of their 2 week game jams that they call Amnesia Fortnights, where they pause work on any main projects for 2 weeks and build experimental game prototypes. Uh, and this idea primarily came from concept artist Darren Brand, who wanted to combine his love for concept creation with his love of action games. Uh, Kiln is a full-on clay pottery simulator with a robust amount of tools to just allow you to make pots, bowls, and cups if you want. But you can also take your creation into the quench game mode, where you have to fill your pot with water and take it to the enemy's kiln without being destroyed, and quench their kiln to win the game. And the size and shape of your pot determines your moveset. And this is releasing sometime this spring. What did you think of this game?
This game is like really heavily on my radar. You know me, I love friend slot. And this definitely gives me a little friend slot vibes. Like I can imagine sitting playing couch co-op with this, and I'm really really excited because it's really also very cute. It's so cute. The little designs for the little pot monsters are adorable. I'm obsessed.
Very much giving friend slot vibes. Definitely looks fun. I'm curious what the price point is going to be. I don't imagine it costing any more than like $20. Like Silk Song is $20,
Say,
so I feel like which is
if this is any more than
which
like
is still insane to
25.
me. Like, look, Silk Song, Team Cherry, right? I'm gonna play Silk Song eventually.
Mhm.
I'm gonna play it before Hollow Knight, the first one. But like, man, I hope they're doing good. I hope like just this game is doing so well, even at $20, that they're good. Because I think personally, I think they're out of their goddamn mind selling that game at $20. I think they should have sold it for 30, if not 40. Like
Mhm.
it's worth that much, and that's still significantly less than other games. Like they could have
Right.
very easily sold this game for 30, $40, and I think every single person who bought this game at $20 would have bought it at $30 or $40.
For sure.
Because I don't think that is such a big price jump that all of those people wouldn't have bought it. But at the same time, I do think there are some people who bought this. I think that they might still have lost some people, but ultimately
Mhm.
maybe have made more money by having it cost more, because I think $20 is like low as hell. So I think there are some people out there who are just
Yeah.
like, it's $20. Let me just try it out. And people saying it's like one of the greatest games of all time. Like, let me check it out.
I was saying, it might be like a Deltarune kind of thing where it's like the hype generated behind it is like more than enough, because it's like Team Cherry, I feel like, knows their audience and knows that like no matter what, they're gonna make money from this game. And so like I feel like it's like a show of confidence almost. Like, yeah, we sold it for $20 because we know it's gonna do well. You know?
Yeah. Hopefully it did well enough.
I hope so too.
But lastly, from the Xbox Partner Direct, we have Fable, which is the one I was most excited for. It was kind of the hitliner. This is, by the way, being developed by the exact same team that makes the Forza games. Let me look up that
Fascinating.
which is Playground Games and Turn 10 Studios. They are the developers of Horizon or Forza Horizon, and they're working on Fable, which is very odd from the outside looking in. But
Yeah.
I feel like it always feels weird when a game developer you're used to making one thing starts working on another thing. But you got to remember, these people, they know what they're doing, but also they tend to hire people who have made other games as well. So it's like they're not completely out of their depth. But yeah, just starting with the overall kind of story of the game, I'm going to be reading a lot.
Okay.
So on the Xbox Wire blog post, game director Ralph Fulton says, the inciting incident, the thing that's the catalyst for your story, is what happens to your grandma and to the village that you grew up in. Everyone in the village is turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. You're suddenly alone in this village and forced to go out into the world. And your motivation is to try and figure out what happened to them and try to reverse it. The only clue you have is this mysterious stranger who you really only caught a glimpse of at the start of the game. Finding the stranger seems like the only thread you can pull, the only lead you can follow. So that's how we get you into the world. So before we dive deeper, just what did you think based on what you saw? And did you just watch the trailer, or did you end up watching any of the breakdown?
I watched a little bit of the breakdown, but mostly just the trailer. It seems interesting. It's just not my kind of game. Like I get the point of it, and I get why it would be fun to some people, and it looks great. It's just not for me, I don't think.
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
So let me see if anything could change your mind. So for me, and the way I've heard it described, and after seeing this, it definitely feels that way. It's almost like a more comedic Witcher in a lot of ways. So kind of the bullet points of things I'll be talking about is the open world combat, their morality system, and the NPCs. So starting with open world. So Fulton says, the nature of our game is that as soon as you leave your village, you can go pretty much anywhere. It's truly open world, so the world is yours to explore, and we've written the story so that although there are stakes, your grandmother, your village, there's no ticking bomb. So it sounds like there won't be any super long prologue, hopefully. They say that. So you start the game as a child, and then you see the thing happen to your village, and then after that, you're in the open world, which is great. I don't want to be held back from... I don't want Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? Red Dead Redemption 2 takes a long time before it lets
really
you into the open. Look, let me tell you, replaying that game sucks because you have to do that prologue again.
Honestly, I think that's why me and my girlfriend stopped playing because god damn.
The prologue is long. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't have anywhere near as long as that.
I hope not.
Moving on to combat. We're taking the original game's mix of melee, ranged, and magic, strength, skill, and will, and turning it into what we call style weaving combat. We wanted to create a combat system which was fluid enough to allow you to really frictionlessly, seamlessly swap from melee to ranged magic without even a frame's delay on it. You should be able to strike with a sword and then hurl a fireball in a smooth movement. So that's what we've set out to achieve with combat. The combat scenarios that you're going to find in our game are often about groups of enemies, and usually a tactical mix of enemies who will force you into choosing how you use your ranged, your melee, and your magic to crowd control, and to pick them off. And really to navigate the particular combat challenge that a particular set of enemies presents to you. And there's still ample variety within those styles to allow you to pick the kind of fighter you want to be. You can opt for big damage spells, you can opt for tactical crowd control spells, you can go super precise or really blunt force with your melee weapons. It's up to you. So the combat looked, I don't know, it was missing some pizzazz. It was like, it didn't look, like the hits didn't look strong enough. The movements just weren't fast enough. But hopefully, hopefully it's just like way more fun in your hands, or just, there's a little bit more polish that needs to be done to make those things hit harder. Right. And I feel like one of the things I didn't like about The Witcher 3 the one time I tried to play it was the combat, and this is giving me that vibe. So I hope the combat's more fun than it looks, or at the very least is serviceable, because the things that start to interest me more as I see it is the way you can interact with the world itself, the actual like more RPG parts of the game.
Exactly.
And kind of getting into that, moving on to the morality. Our version of morality isn't a sliding scale. We've chosen to anchor this around the actions you do, and specifically the things you do in Albion that are witnessed by at least one other person. So if the things you do are seen by one or more people, you'll start to earn a reputation for that thing. Obviously, we always use the chicken kicking example, because kicking chickens is classic Fable. So if a person sees you kicking a chicken, you will start to get a reputation as a chicken chaser. And if enough people see you do it, or you do it a lot, that reputation will become one of the things you're known for in that settlement. And people will react to you based on what they think about that particular reputation. But crucially, different people will view that reputation in different ways. Kicking chickens isn't objectively good or objectively evil in a way everybody will agree on. It comes down to the unique worldview of the NPC, what they think of you because of it. The same applies for being generous or being a bigot or being a thief and so on. So yeah, that also goes into the NPCs and how they work. They call it the living population, and it's a cast of over 1,000 NPCs, each with roles, personalities, and routines. That whole concept of persistent NPCs, each of whom is unique in a whole bunch of ways that you can go and interact with and mess about with, is incredibly complex. When you start working on it, you realize that every settlement has to have enough houses with enough beds for everyone in the settlement to go and sleep in at the end of the day. So they all have their own routines that are like fully fleshed out characters that will go, like they will go to work, then go to bars and hang out with their friends, and then go home and go to sleep and then do it all over again, which is really cool. And I hope that actually works, and that it actually
that's a huge
undertaking,
huge scope of thing.
Like I hope it actually works the way they're saying, because it could be really cool, and that could be something that hopefully like more games start to pull from. Because I feel like these things, the morality and the NPCs and how that all works together, is the thing that I'm most excited for, and how that interacts with the overarching story and any of the side quests. That is the thing that has me really excited. Because on top of all of that, you can also buy a home, start businesses, hire NPCs to work at those businesses, and you can get married and have kids.
The more and more you tell me about it, the more and more I think, I feel like the combat is just not necessary. If you, I know that that's a thing, but I just feel like it would be, I don't know. Maybe I would be attracted to it more if you just took the combat out entirely. Because I think that's what's turning me off of it.
I like having the option for combat. Like I think the option should be
Mm,
there, but I think there should be a
right.
way to go throughout the game without it really having to interact with it much if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because I want the combat.
Right.
But
If it's good.
but also if all of these other systems work well together, then it could also be a game like a Stardew Valley where you could just live a life. but
Right.
but in this more not I guess hyper realistic to an extent world versus the pixel art of Stardew Valley, which is very interesting.
Right.
Because I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who want basically Stardew Valley but realistic and third person,
Oh, for sure.
and there's not really any great version of that out there. I'm sure people have tried, but there's nothing that has
Yeah.
really like done what Stardew Valley has done in the way that
I was
people
gonna say,
enjoy.
Stardew Valley really is like lightning in a bottle. It's such a unique little game.
Like this game could be great.
I hope so.
It could be. We'll have to really see how things shake out. It releases
Mm-hmm.
sometime in autumn, which is I feel very unlikely because GTA comes
Yeah.
out in autumn, so they might either get pushed back or maybe forward. Who knows? Or maybe it's coming out earlier than we think because they say autumn, so it could be October, could be December. It's damn sure not gonna be November.
For sure.
So like, yeah, this is very interesting to me. Any other thoughts?
No, this is a pretty good partner showcase.
It was.
All things considered. Yeah.
It was. I like the partner showcase. They keep it tight. They give you a select few games and they go really deep into it. And you get to see the devs' faces and get to actually hear their voices and learn about them. And yeah, they're really good. There's no fat. It's
That's
just they get to the point. It's real nice.
For sure, for sure.